Okay, go ahead. Give me back the question now.
Yes. My question was as follows. It always comes to my mind. Why do Arab immigrants migrate to European countries while our country is available for religion, and living?
Beautiful. I like your question. Your question is, in fact, people generally don't like it. To get out of the place where I grew up and grew up. Man in general does not like it unless circumstances force him to do so. And in fact, if he follows one of those, they leave their land, they go, they migrate to other countries. Have you seen, for example, what? Kuwait? He went out and lived in America as an immigrant? No. Have you seen, for example, Saudi, Emirati, Qatari, for example? I mean, in many instances, no. Who gets out? The Syrian whose country you destroyed his country, you bombed his country, you made him live. In Al Khim, I mean, when you destroyed him, I asked them why he left my country. I destroyed it, and you are his country in the first place. You came with unusual horizons from all places and destroyed their country. Okay, who comes out as an Egyptian when you destroyed his economy? Why was it once upon a time? The Egyptian pound is even higher than the dollar, but its economy destroyed them. You targeted Egypt for known reasons. Okay, the Libyan because you bombed his country, destroyed his country, and hunted his country since the 40s of the last century?
Sheikh, who do you mean?
Nope, nope. Enter, excuse me until I finish. Since the 40s of the last century, even after the Italians came out, they came out like this outwardly, but you are still continuing to fight him and control his country and the axis of control in his country, and it means his country's capabilities. Therefore, Yemeni, for example, was forced to leave. The same is true. You did Iraqi Yemen, for example, from 2003, not from 2008, 3. Iraq from the 80s. You are participating, or from the beginning of the 90s, you have participated in Algeria. What does Algeria mean? Few people go out to migrate. But even if we find, for example, Algerians, they left because of what? France left Algeria, left it ostensibly still fighting it and trying to control it at all costs. In any form of problem, therefore dissolve from a country, of our countries, and no one will go to you. It's nice about our countries only. We don't want anything from you. By God, we don't want anything from you. I mean, even why did the German government or the French government, when it visited Syria, recently it began to say no. We must see what the Syrian government is doing and see if we can send aid. We do not want aid from you. They left the country, but it is because of President Ahmed al-Shara'a, but I did not shake hands with it. I worked from it tonight. Leave the Muslim countries as they are. Let them rule their country as they are, and you will not see any of them but the Muslim. If he finds his country safe and reassuring, praise be to God, meaning, for example, Saudi Arabia, we ask God to maintain security and security for it. And Kuwait, we ask God to maintain security and security for it. And the Emirates, Qatar are all Muslim countries. Those who are stable, security and economically have not left their country. Now, by the way, the Kuwaiti dinar is higher than the dollar. By the way, this information is possible. Many people do not know. The Kuwaiti dinar is more expensive than the dollar. But why is this information not popular? The media wants that. The media wants the dollar. It is the one who is at the forefront. It means the meaning of the Kuwaiti dinar. It means that Kuwait now, if he goes to America, he will play for you with the American. A player will play for you with the American. Allah al Kuwait is fine. So it means God who helps. These are the markets.
Sheikh, you said that in Syria is nothing but a war between them, and Iraq also attacked Kuwait, which means that it was not the West.
Does this mean, for example, Iran, for example, or Russia, these Syrian people in some of them, for example?
No, I'm saying the Iraq Kuwait war wasn't
Even Syria.
an uprising in Syria and also in Libya.
Leave me alone. Listen to me. Leave me alone from the uprising. Leave me alone from the uprising. I am talking to you from afar. No wars have happened since. No Russia has intervened. Iran intervened. Of course, Iran is better than what we consider to be basically perfect. And for Iraq, that's it. Okay? Iraq has become, a problem between it and Kuwait. And we are not satisfied with that. Of course, we do not place the occupation of Kuwait. And we are not satisfied with the occupation of any Muslim country. Okay, leave me out of Kuwait and Iraq, America. What did you do to the Iraqi people? Okay, her problem is with driving, right? With the leadership of Iraq at the time? No, it's Mak prison, Abu Ghraib. Whoever was there was in Saddam, for example. No, what was in Saddam was there. Iraq had 1,000 Iraqi prisoners. The Iraqi soldier would pass by the American soldier. He would pass in the street and curse the Iraqi. And if he spoke a word, he would throw a bullet at me, man. Let's be quiet after all this. Look at this, Abu Asmar.
Hello.
Sheikh, peace be upon you, what do you believe?
Christian,
Christian shamelessness? Cough? Shameless, shameless.
what are you doing now? Excuse me, I mean, you mentioned Saudi Arabia and you mentioned Allah. Some countries did not guide you as an Islamic country. Did you know how? Except Lebanon, seconds, excuse me, let my words suffice. And then,
You're the one waiting for the man before you. He asked me about a certain matter and I answered it, although I don't want to not like to talk about this matter too much, okay? But I was forced to talk about it. This is the first thing. Secondly, you as a Christian, enter and discuss me in your belief and in books. You have nothing to do with Saudi Arabia or anything else. You as an Egyptian, discuss me in your belief and books. Discuss me in your distorted book and in your distorted belief. Please, come on, excuse me. I muted the sound by mistake. I prefer them. They are the basis I want you. Let us say this word, but they want you to go into politics. You talk about countries. They want to talk about this matter. No, I do not want him to talk about politics. I want him to talk about your religion in your book and your belief. Come on, argue with me about your belief and in your book.
what is this Christian? What is but your book? What is a hostel?
This is your book.
The Christian you claim to be a Christian is not the one who published your book. He is the one who has the Quran of the Monk Lake. You knew how?
Come, God Almighty. I fell into a trap. You'll never wish for it. Come on. Tell me how Dread wrote the lake of the Quran when he died 20 years before the Quran was revealed. Let's explain. Explain to people. Come on, bring the proof. Give me the proof. It's Monk Lake. He wrote the Quran. By God, there will be a mockery that hits. But God willing, turn on the sound. Turn up the volume, Abu Asmar.
O Abu Asmar, open the dead. Until we sent him an invitation, and by God, our Sheikh, you gave him the unity of his owl. He does not know how to open the pane.
Still, but no, we're still at the beginning. How? We said in the name of God, oh Buasmar, turn up the volume. God is great. Here, oh Buasmar, I mean, you turned up the volume and muted it once and again.
What, yeah, Sheikh, even though it's me. I, as a person, love all religions, all voices.
Wait, yeah, I know you. You love. Yeah, come on, give me the proof. It's a lake. He wrote the Quran quickly. It's not muffled on you. The sound is now open, by the way. Just your silence means.
Seconds,
Seconds of my hand? God knows how long it will be.
the production.
Drop the broadcast, brothers, and connect it. It is the world as it is, and support it until it reaches others, so that you know the truth of these lies. For God's sake, partner, and spread it to as many people as possible. We support it, brothers. May God bless you so that you know the truth about these people. Come on, bring the evidence. It is from you. It's a lake of books and ran away. Ha ha ha. Hearts. Truly God is great. The cat ran away, ran before the house. You raised your hand. Ha ha ha. There is no supervisor who has the authority to remove anyone except me. And I used to raise his hands. Come on, Abu Asmar. I swear you are Abu Asmar.
Come on, if we happen to fall into a deep hole, by the grace of God, I truly swear, I felt a deep sense of shame.
Yeah. Dialogue with Christians and atheists only, Muslim brothers, on Friday, God willing, please.
Rock, peace be upon you, I am an atheist.
What did you say? Could you elaborate?
Somebody?
Come on. Convinced us of the hadith. Convince us atheism is right and truth. Persuade people. Come on.
I swear to God, honestly, I'm coming because of the opposite. I mean me. I have doubts about the incident. I am coming to you to learn from you. I mean, frankly, I am not coming to convince anyone of atheism. I tried. I interviewed you before. It was my name.
No. You said about myself as an atheist, of course he wants to run away now because there is no atheist who can convince you of atheism without suspicion of religions. And as I said earlier, that atheism exists for something else, not that. I mean, if we impose there is no urgency, there are no religions, atheism will not exist, as religions have merit in me. There are atheists in it who try to discuss a little, so others play. Hadi tamam, you are an atheist, so convince us of your atheism or disavow the atheist. Now say that atheism is disbelief, and there is nothing wrong with me, then we will discuss with you about other matters.
There is nothing wrong with God, and there is nothing wrong with God. Possible. Just clarify me. Me. I'm not attacking Islam. I am. Me. I had you hours before, and I told you. I told you about my name, Dexter. I told you it was me. Sometimes I doubt that God exists, and I fear that He exists, and I die and suffer torment. I search for the truth, meaning I follow. Haitham, I came out and followed you on YouTube, and I follow you. Walid Ismail also follows a lot, meaning sheikhs, but I have doubt. I mean, just doubt. If you understand me, I am trying to get rid of this doubt myself.
I'm not a liar, I'll go with you.
How can you eliminate the doubts from my heart if you have the answers and understand my words?
You're complaining and skeptical, but about what exactly? Tell me the first thing.
Because I lie to you, I doubt the existence of God. I mean, sometimes I say that God exists, and sometimes I say no.
Your existence is evidence of the existence of God Almighty. Ask yourself, how did you grow up like this upbringing? How did you get that voice? How did you get that look you're looking at? How did you get that hearing you hear? How did you get these legs that you walk on the ground? How did you get these hands up and down? How did you get up and sit and eat? Where does the food go and how does it digest? And feeling hungry, feeling full, God Almighty said, and in yourselves you will escape. Look at yourself. Now write a quick search on Google, the human body from the inside, and see the great engineering and the terrible structure in the human body from the inside. But the kidneys, liver, heart, and the like. This is all a divine miracle. Your existence is evidence of the existence of a creator, glory be to him. I mean, if I told you now, this pen created unity. It will be mine. You are a fool. You are crazy. This is a pen. Look at its size and shape. Do not dare to say that this created unity, and so on, or created unity. So how can a person be made up in such a terrible, great shape? This is, of course, different from the universe. The universe, this is a matter of unity. Therefore, God Almighty said, is there any doubt in God's mind, the creator of the heavens and the earth? What? There is no rational person who doubts that he has a creator, a sustainer, and an enabler. A rational person cannot doubt, but only passion. Have you seen who took his God as his passion? He wants to be satiated with desires and instincts without being reprimanded by his conscience. So he said that there is no aunt who follows passion, but as a mind. Salima together leads him to the creator, so glory be to God. One of the atheists said a beautiful word. He said, there are no atheists in the trenches. What does that mean? I mean, if an atheist is trapped in a trench, he will acknowledge the existence of God Almighty. Go ahead.
Sheikh, okay, Sheikh. How does one regain sanity? I mean, I pray sometimes, as I mentioned to you. I mean, my life is strange. I mean, if I told you my life is strange. But I'm talking to you about what I know. I mean, with prayer, doubt comes to me, or with asking for forgiveness, doubt comes to me. In my daily life, doubt comes to me. How can a person get rid of this doubt and return to common sense over and over again?
These are obsessions. These are satanic obsessions and illusions. You must not pay attention to them and continue to pray, and do not pay attention to them. You continue to pray that God Almighty will remove this obsession from you. This is just an obsession, nothing more and nothing less.
What do you advise me? A book that keeps praying?
Yeah?
What do you advise me for? So I can keep praying? Me. Honestly, I pray and interrupt prayer, and I pray once. Sometimes I pray and sometimes I do not pray because of these obsessions with this thought, meaning what gives me doubt.
You continue to pray when you see the holiday of God Almighty for whoever abandons it. God Almighty said, woe to the worshippers who are neglectful of their prayers. I mean, the latter perform them on time. So what about those who abandon them? Origin? Oh, God Almighty. When we were in the midst of the fire, what did we do? Paradise people? They asked the people of hell, what led you to Sakar? The first answer. They answered it, unless you were one of the worshippers. You were not one of the worshippers, Sakar. I mean, hell, this is enough for you. May God grant you success and guidance. Okay. I apologize to the pastor again so that we can say that you heard that he was going to pronounce the two testimonies, but they made the mistake. Oh, ask, Sakhr al-Shadam, the certificate. I testify that there is no God but God. I am Muhammad, the messenger of God. Asking again. Oh, rock. Peace.
On you again.
Here you go.
Rock, I testify that there is no God but God. I bear witness that Muhammad is his servant and messenger. May God absolve you from polytheism.